UFC 299 versus Riyadh season. Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou versus AJ Anthony Joshua. The reaction. So obviously, combat sport is a healthy competition. Nobody's sabotaging who. All you do, you just gotta put on one of the best fights, right? And UFC 299 Riyadh season. They are taking on UFC 299. Riyadh season is taking on UFC 299. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. And we're talking about the heavyweights, bro. The heavyweights, bro. We are talking about the heavyweights, the knockouts everybody want to see. And we're just gonna do a quick breakdown. The UFC just completed its the UFC just completed its UFC 299 card. The main event is Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera, and then the co-main event is Dustin Poirier versus this random guy. I don't remember his name, but yeah, you will see the name in the screen. And I know kind of another. They saying the card is stacked. One of the stacked matches that is on there is Kevin Holland versus Rampage Jackson. No. It's facing this UK guy who fights Ridley. I forgot his name. What is this guy's name? It is gonna come right now in my mind. Yeah, you know the matchup. You've seen in the screen too. And Curtis Blades versus this young Brazilian guy who's not really heavyweight, but he's small for heavyweight. And you got a lot of stack matches in there, right? And then you look at the main event. For UFC. And then you look at the main event of Riyadh season, March 9th or March 8th. Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. We are talking heavyweights. Two huge hitters are gonna be going head to head. Are going to be going head to head in a match that is gonna be exciting. The match that is gonna be fireworks. Somebody's getting dropped or somebody's getting knocked out. Somebody's getting dropped and somebody's getting knocked out. And this is where your decision come in as a consumer. Where is your $79 going to? Is it going to go to UFC 299? Only if you afford one card. If you afford both of them, good for you. But again, Francis Ngannou is taking on the UFC with Anthony Joshua. We've seen Francis Ngannou can box. We've seen Francis Ngannou is capable of knocking any heavyweight boxer out with 10-ounce gloves. He dropped one of the toughest heavyweights in this generation, and he dropped him easily with not one of his best punches, but with one of his great counter punches. And can Anthony Joshua eat those kind of punches? We don't know. We're gonna have to find out. Leave your comments. What do you think about this? Sean O'Malley is not a draw. The numbers against Aljamain Sterling was out, and we saw how bad their pay-per-view numbers were. And yeah, stay tuned. UFC 299 versus Riyadh season, Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou versus AJ, Anthony Joshua. The reaction. So obviously, combat sport is a healthy competition. Nobody's sabotaging who. All you do, you just gotta put on one of the best fights, right? And UFC 299 Riyadh season. They are taking on UFC 299. Riyadh season is taking on UFC 299. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. And we're talking about the heavyweights, bro. The heavyweights, bro. We are talking about the heavyweights, the knockouts everybody want to see. And we're just going to do a quick breakdown. The UFC just completed its just completed its UFC 299 card. The main event is Sean O'Malley versus Vera, and then the co-main event